I'm a little nervous on the black, my Alocasia black velvet. So a little update. The Alocasia Purpley here, the adult one, is doing great. And as I've mentioned before, I separated the kids from the mother plant, and I've had to get rid of, chop 2 of the small ones off these leaves. So as you see here, this one's actually coming out with another one, but I had to, because the other one was, I'm afraid, was dragging it down. It was yellowish, it was just mopey, and these guys, I don't know, I haven't figured them out yet. But that's not for this video. Actually, this weekend I'm going to do another one, part of this one, and I'm going to put these 2 back into the mama plant. It's too much for me having to deal with 3 plants. This is the one I'm worried about. So he has more of the dirt I use, so it has more dirt in it than most of these others. So it should stay wetter longer. And actually, I mean, it's usually always heavy, okay? Cotton ball means I watered it on Thursday, which was just yesterday. So it's still pretty heavy. They're browning, but yet yellow. These 2 small ones. Now I have an option. I can cut the small ones off and hope that my big one continues to thrive. But what I'm seeing here is, one, I didn't plant it low enough. So the roots are exposed up here. That's one problem. But what I'm noticing is by spritzing it, okay, keeping it wet, I have it also sitting in some of that water. The brownish parts have started going away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transplant him in water. Now that may be a mistake. I hope that it's not, but I don't want to cut his leaves. But let me show you why I've decided. Okay, let's see here. So, get my diabetes stuff out of the way. So, my colocasia. This is what's left of my colocasia that you saw me pot up. And it failed miserably, okay? It did not do well at all. This is the baby leaf. And I'll put a picture in the video of what it was like when I got it and I potted him up. But it was just so much shock that I knew if I didn't do something, he was just going to die. But this morning, and I didn't video it, but I redid the rock, and so it's up higher and covering all his roots. But if you see down there in the bottom, there's a new leaf coming, and that tells me he's happy. Now, I don't know if this leaf will survive, but I can tell you it's very wilted. But when the sun's out and he's moist, he seems to be pretty happy. But there's still a lot of yellowing on around his outside of his leaves. I don't know if this leaf's going to survive, but I think he has a high probability, certainly more so than the way it was when I got him. So this is the reason why I've decided to put my black velvet into water with stone as well, because I think that they just need so much moisture, and it doesn't matter how much that I baby it and put a bag over it over at night and keep the moisture in. It's so dry here in Ohio right now. We're in March, but even so, the house is typically always dry. I don't intend on getting a humidifier. I don't want to promote possible, conditions that would impact the house or my cactuses and stuff like that, because they all kind of stay in the same area. So this is what I'm going to do, and I thought I'd get it on tape before I did it. Kind of wish I did that this morning. I didn't, but when I saw this after just 2 hours of it prepping over it this morning, and I saw improvement already in this leaf since this morning, I said, I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to put him in water. So let's give it a whirl. I may, if I mess it up, I'll definitely be getting another one, because I think they're just beautiful. But hopefully this isn't the wrong choice. But I know from listening to a lot of my plant friends on YouTube, the Alocasia black velvet's very difficult to keep. So here we are. Oh, that's good stuff. Stash, decaf, chai tea with a shot of unsweetened soy milk. Oops, sorry, the mic. Is very good, just so you know. I used to be a heavy coffee drinker, and now I'm like, I only drink, 1 cup, 1.5 cups in the morning. And that's just, I think, because that's just that tradition I've done for so long. All right, let me think. I don't know what I did with it. I sure hope I didn't throw it out. My mat was in the trash. Yeah, so I did throw it out. Sometimes, sometimes I just think we're just continually focused on the next thing. Like, we just can't think clearly. I know that's where I am a lot. It's crazy. All right. So this weekend I think I'm going to have a lot of planty videos combined with this one, because I'm going to be trying some different things, like I said, and especially on my purpley. I also want to make sure that the 8-inch pot's not too big for the large purpley plant. My concern is, even though the top 2 inches are dry, my concern is that the roots aren't down into the full 8-inch, and it's going to be getting its feet wet at the bottom, and I can't know that because I can't get my finger down there long enough to know. And then number 2, the moisture meter is usually always dry, especially it comes back dry in grit. mostly grit with the Bonsai Jack, unless there's dirt around the root ball. So it's really, it can be misleading. All right, so now I want to, I think I'm gonna put it in this one for now. It's not very big, so here's my cup I have, and so it's, you can tell it's not real big. So I think I'm gonna mix it with, I only have this much stone left of the big, but I think it'd be kind of cool. I have been using the blue stone just for different things, and then I've got this from Myers this past weekend. I got black stone, so I'm gonna combine these and see. I'm not going for you know, great aesthetics, but it'd be nice that it's neat looking if I can get it that way. So I'm gonna need to switch you somehow. And again, I'm still struggling with, is the landscape mode better? Is the portrait better? I like seeing people's full body, face, instead of it being cut off. So I'm kind of going with this route for a while. And then you have a bigger picture of what you're looking at other than on the sides. And I'm not going to worry too much about lighting, because it seems like every time I do one of these videos, it looks dark in the camera, but in reality on the video it looked pretty good. So, all right, let me think. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take him out. I don't even think he'll be hard to get out, but I do know that when I got him, he had pretty long roots. And his, yeah, see, he's kind of stuck down in there. I don't know if you can, I don't want to pull too much. What it feels like to me is way over wet. Yeah, I mean, this is way over wet. See, this is, look. See, I think what I've done here is just choke the life out of him. There's too much of this dirt. Oh no, I pulled one of the roots out. All right, I need to get my gloves. See, this is why I want to do the big plant, because I believe this is what's happening. It's just, it shows signs of so many different things. It's just so hard to read, but this is obviously way too wet. So the question is, do I want to continue with my thought of, wow, look at this. This is why we don't put too much dirt, even with the grit. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is bad news. And you know, when I potted this up, when I remember the video, and I said I might regret putting this much dirt in. Yeah, this is why. This is exactly why. And this is why I'm going to redo, yeah, my 8-inch pot this weekend, just to see where he's at. All right, so this helps. So maybe what I want to do instead of, do I just want to go ahead and put him in water for now, knowing what I know? I think, gosh, this is difficult. I think for now, he's really wet. I'm sorry, little guy. All right, I think I'm going to do change of plans. Now that I know how wet this is, I'm going to pot him up in just my normal grip mix and give him time to dry out. And but what's really baffles me is why is this brown, right? Is it brown because it's not enough humidity? I feel like that might be it, but the yellow is from this wet gunk that it's been sitting in. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, the roots, they still look pretty healthy. I'm going to make sure you guys can see. It's hard to tell. I'm telling you, it's hard to tell what you guys can see and what you can't. Well, I'm glad I didn't wait, because last thing he needs is to be continue sitting in that stuff. I'd like to get this dirt off, but is that supposed to be there? See, I don't know what this is. I was afraid to do anything with it when I first got him. But I just feel like the root, it's just the root ball. Well, this is one heck of a note. I had no idea this was going to be this difficult, raising plants, but actually I'm going to come over here. Sorry. Looks like he has a little corn started. I don't know what happened to the other one, but it probably rotted off in that wet gunk that it's been sitting in. Gosh, it's so frustrating. But this is part of it, right? I mean, this is how we learn. This is how we become better plant parents. And sometimes, unfortunately, the first plant that you get, like this is, I don't think this was, no, my first one's the big adult one that I got. He's doing fantastic. My Alocasia Nairobi Night, which is my shirt. And if you didn't catch that video, I kind of talked about how I decided to make my own shirts instead of buying someone else's shirt. I have some ideas. I'm gonna do some more. Okay, so I'm not going to do too much here. So what I'll do is I'm still torn, guys. I'm still torn. Would he be better off in water? I think I'm going with the water. Just knowing how my Colocasia seems to be doing. I'm just going to go that route for now. And if I screw up, then I screw up. Trying to get off all the dirt so I can see these roots. The roots look really good. The hairs and everything, they look really good. So I guess lesson learned here is when your gut's telling you something, listen to it. Okay. Oh, one of my corns fell out. Oh. I don't know. Can that be salvageable? I think I'll keep it just in case. Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm limited in space. All right, so I need to think a second. So I'll be back. All right, so I dumped the water outside. And now I'm going to dump this dirt. And I'm going to put this pot, well, I'll just put the pot right here for now. So yeah, I'm going with water propagation. Just based off my knowledge from you all and the Colocasia. Now I will say this, just a quick update. The plant that I got the same time, I got this black velvet with the Syngonium albo. He loves this mix and it's dry almost a lot. I probably water him 2-3 days. And again, when I planted him, I knew he wasn't going to have as much dirt as I did this one. Why I did that is beyond me, but my bad. So I know that this one's happy. He's light, and I just watered him yesterday, so I know he's drying up pretty quick. I guess the secret is, you know, yeah, I don't know, just pay more attention and don't try to change your mix up just because of what you think. You know what I mean, on the plant that you're getting. But I'm just glad that he's not dead and I did this ahead of time. I'm not going to, I don't want to put this in the kitchen trash. So I'm going to take this. I don't want to reuse it. Do I? I guess I could reuse it. When I put it back, I could put it back in, but it's awfully wet. This would be okay as long as I add a lot more of my bonsai grit before using it again. And I think that's okay to do. My concern is just that how wet it is. And it's so cold out. All right, I'm going to take it out into the garage and then I'll be back. Okay, so I decided to put all of that back into my mix. I might use it or I might not, we'll see. But I left the lid open to try to dry it out. All right, so let's do this. I don't think I need these anymore now that the dirt's gone. So what I'm going to do is just kind of figure out what I'm probably going to need. So we'll just do it this way. This is all new to me, so do that. I still feel like maybe I should have put it back into a pot with grit, but at the same time, I have my doubts. Just knowing how much trouble everyone has with this plant, and then knowing I'm in a winter, and I just feel like this is the right thing to do. I did wash this already, my glass jar that I'm putting it in, so in case you were wondering. I'd like to know what you all have done, or if you've had the same situation, especially those in the north that don't have the tropics like others and not in the right zone and trying to raise these plants. Okay, you get I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm going to get him down in there. Make sure those roots stay where they need to be, because we know they aren't. Bad things will happen. Okay, that's not enough. I'm just going to wash this quick. I got up to get my tea and go back to sitting at my job at work. And when I saw that he looked actually a little better after what I did this morning, I was like, yeah, I've got to get him out of this. There's something not right here. So I'm glad I did. Nice thing to work from home is you can do other things. And one of the things I'm trying to do is use this shoulder and this arm. Like I've said before, I've got frozen shoulder, and they want me to move since I got a cortisone shot Monday. And so by being home, I can move and do things like this rather than sitting at the office and letting that just kind of stiff and rot. I say rot, that's what it feels like. But the nice thing is, you know, it's so easy to work over, especially when you're home, because you're home. So I'm going to rinse these real quick. And then should be it. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to this weekend. We'll just do this kind of stuff. And try to save my plants that need all this moisture. So there he is. Now I'm going to put some water in him. Clean some of this little yucky dirt out and bleach when I'm done here. Still too warm. That's good stuff. All right, it's getting cold now. Okay, little guy, let's see. So you can see it filling up. So I'm just going to take it to here. And see how he does. So say, good luck, little guy. I hope that this works. All right. So thanks for joining me. Most likely this will be a continuation. So stick around. Bye. So this is day 2 of our weekend plant care. And so I started worrying again about my black alocasia, my black velvet. So I started doing more research about it this morning and putting it in water like I did yesterday. So when I came and looked at him this morning, his little leaves are more yellow than they were yesterday, but I don't know if you can tell. Let me bring this closer. So the little leaves are almost as light as my shirt. Now the big leaf is doing beautiful, but these are not going to make it. Now, could it be shock? Yes. Could it be it's tired of me? Yes. Could it be that when I planted him in here yesterday, I messed with his roots? Yes. So I just don't think water is the right thing to do. So this morning, I'm going to repot it, and I'm not even sure at this point if what I do is going to work. I haven't ever used pumice before, but I have this bonsai grit coming from Bonsai, was it bonsaijack.com, which is where I get all of my stuff, and people have raved about it. And it's pumice, so I'm going to use a little of this. I'm going to use a lot of this, which is my Bonsai Jack grit. And then I'm also going to add some bark, orchid bark. I'm not putting any soil in at all. If he wants to be dry and airy, then I feel like this is probably the best thing. I don't want to add that dirt back in. I just don't think it's the right thing. So let me read this to you on the spruce. This is what made me change my mind pretty much. So this is the spruce, and it's about watering. When caring for your Alocasia black velvet, a cardinal rule is to make sure it's never left to sit in water. This is all water. Okay. Getting the watering schedule wrong is one of the main reasons these plants die. Overwatering and wet feet invariably result in root rot. Although they do like a decent amount of water in the growing season, it's best to water deeply, drain away any excess, and allow around 20% of topsoil to dry before watering again. Don't make the mistake of thinking they need as frequent watering as the larger Alocasia species. Placing the pot on a tray with the water and pebbles will help prevent wet feet while still providing the humidity levels this plant enjoys. During the winter, watering is still advised, but much less frequently, and the soil can be allowed to dry out more in between. Yeah, I wish I would have read this when I got him. So, temperature and humidity. As you would expect with a tropical lowland plant, Alocasia black velvet needs high humidity and warmth to thrive. Drafty, cold winter rooms and dry air-conditioned environments are not this plant's friend. Because they prefer humidity levels well over 50%, you might need to mist and use a pebble tray or humidifier. Or grow this compact plant in a terrarium. Hey, that's an idea. Especially during the winter months. They grow best when temperatures are over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, but can survive in temperatures as low as 60, which is typically here in the house. So, all right, so what I'm going to do here is, think a second. I'm going to dump this water in these rocks. I need to save my rocks. And then I'll repot him in this new setup. And I'll keep these rocks. I think what I'll do also is put the rocks on top, since I typically don't do that. But I think I'm going to start listening to some articles to add a little moisture back into the plant, just a little bit, maybe on top. I don't know. So let's see. I'm going to put him back in the 6-inch pot that I had him in. This looks so cute in here, though. Too bad. Yeah. All right. So I am going to dump this, and I'll be back. Okay. So see if we can just do it here. I mean, it's only been overnight, so he should be fine, but the shock factor that I'm putting him through, it'll be a miracle if he survives. So there you go there. So I need to do something with these. I need more pots, or I need more planty stuff. Bowls. what am I going to do with all that now? So let's go ahead. I am going to put it here for now, and I am going to dump this water. I'll be back. Really amazing how much we do. When I just had cactuses, I mean, I did very little. Certainly wasn't enough to make videos on just because I don't have that many, but they certainly don't need the work that these do. But they all bring a amount of joy, and I do enjoy, it's kind of like it's a nice little hobby. I don't know how long I'll do the videos, but so far I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying them too, seeing my struggles, because they are real. All right. Now they say that this is already washed. Do I have my scissors? Yeah, kind of. They say it's already washed, but I'm going to go ahead and put some water over it anyways. So, I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I'm not going to err. I'm going to err on the side of caution. People will always laugh at me because I make words up. I just do. I'm glad I did because it's very cloudy. Actually, I might do some more. I might go to the sink and do it, guys. Okay. No sun today, so I'm kind of in you're facing my grow lights, so I'm hoping that you can see me okay and you can see my pretty plants. And I'm in a comfortable carpet today, so so I think now what I want to do is go ahead and put this in a dry bowl. And if this doesn't work, I may reside to buying some kind of somebody else's mix, but I feel like based off everybody I've seen, I mean, actually this is really the first time I've seen or been exposed to the black velvet. I haven't seen many of y'all use it before, or buy it before, plant it up. So I don't know what everyone uses for their mix with it. I just feel like a aeroid mix would be too moist. Like Molly's would be too moist for it, just based off what happened to me yesterday when I took it out of this pot. So orchid bark, I'm not sure how great that is to add to other things. Orchid bark is great for use as a potting media, as a base for custom blended potting mix, or as decorative soil. Orchids typically need, okay, this is an orchid, so yeah, add it. It's a little too barky though. I don't think I want that much. I think he's going to dry out too much personally. I think it's going to be too dry, and he's just not going to like it. All we can do is try. So I think what I might do is put some of this down in here. Maybe if I layer it. Because even though as airy as this is, I'm still concerned. Wow. Crazy. Advice, maybe. I wouldn't buy one of these if you're not real experienced with alocasias or how these things grow. I may not buy it again if he dies, but he sure is pretty. Okay. I don't think I'll probably have enough to fill this. I am going to layer it though. I don't think I want him in the middle. This pot's is way too big. Oh my word. This pot's just too big, guys. I'm gonna go get a 4-inch pot and put him in it. Okay. All right. Happy Saturday morning. Okay, so I went and got, not a purple one, unfortunately. The purple pot, my 4-inch purple pot, is smaller than this one. This is almost like a 4.7-inch pot, so it's a lot wider at the top. Here's the 6-inch. So, but here's, and then here, of course, is the width. So check this out. 6-inch pot's way too big for this. I mean, that's insane. Now, it came in a 4-inch when I bought it. And, you know, they always say you should upsize your plants. Being a newbie, I did, which I know that this won't be in here very long, but that's just, to me, is way too big. And so if you look here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'll try to hang him over the side here. So this is what we're looking like here. So the roots will go all the way to the bottom, which is fine. I want that. But they have plenty of room to grow. There's plenty of room in here for them to grow if I don't kill him before then. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to reorder 5-inch pots probably, and then I'll upgrade him to a 5-inch pot eventually. Here comes Big Boy. What's going on? What's going on? You gonna come visit? There he is. You gonna come visit everybody? Okay, I can't see. I can't see. You're gonna have to come around here. He's gonna get in his bed. You're gonna sit next to mommy? You want mommy? You want to just lay next to mommy? Is that it? You want to lay next to your mommy? Yeah, it's a nice boy. Now look what we did. We've got Sissy coming. Sissy messes with mommy's plants. So he says, I'm just gonna get in bed here. All right, I'm just gonna get in bed. Hi, Naders. Everybody has nicknames around here. So Missy is Naders. Missy's Naders. And then Big Boy is Boobs. Yes. You guys are nice. Everybody's very nice around here. They love their mommies and daddies, don't ya? Yes, yes. Okay, mommy has work to do here. Yeah, mommy has work to do here, okay? Mommy has work to do. Let's go look up at the window there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to come on. We don't need to get any closer. We don't need to get any closer. Okay. Why don't you say hi to everybody? Say hi to your Uncle Tim, because I know that he watches sometimes. Say hi, Uncle Tim. Yeah. All right. All right, here we go. And I took out a lot of that bark, especially from going this small. You don't need any of, all that stuff. That's just, I mean, I don't think I do. What I'll do here is this. You guys can see better. Every time I look at this, rewatch my videos, I feel like that looks really good. But when I'm in camera mode, it does not. Uh-oh, here we go. So I'll be interested to see how this works. It's the first time I've ever put pumice in any of my plants that I own. Unfortunately, too, that this video won't be out probably for a month. So by then, any comments you guys put in, it may not matter, because a month going by will make a big difference to where the plant really is today. I've got I don't really have a set time for my videos, but I like to have if I can, 2 a week uploaded, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. 6:30 p.m. is usually when I upload, so people can watch it in the evening. That's what I like to do. So the question I have to myself, since I'm the only one that can answer it, to help hold some moisture in this stuff, should I go ahead and put some gravel on? Or yeah, gravel. And I think I'm going to, because I did it with him, and just to see if it helps hold some moisture in. I'll talk about him in a little bit. We've got a mission to finish here. So there he is. He's all potted up. Poor little guy. He's been through the ranks, hasn't he? He's just a beautiful little plant. I mean, I just don't want to cut off those 2 little leaves, but I may have to. I don't want it to impact the big leaf. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of this wet stuff on here. I'm not going to water him for a few days. His roots are really wet. I mean, obviously he's been in water for the last 24 hours. I did take a corm off somewhere, and I'm going to put in with another one that I got yesterday and see if we can get extra black velvets going. At this rate, I need to try to do it myself. Looks like the sun might be popping out. My plants will be happy because I will put them out by the sun in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys move your plants as much as I do, but I do it every day. They only stay in here at night. When summer actually comes and stays, I haven't decided yet. If I'll move them or not. I like having this room with the plants in them, but I also like them by the window during the day. So I just may move them every day. All right, so there he is. With his little black velvet and black rocks on him. So maybe that'll help. Maybe he'll be happy now. I didn't buy any coasters when I bought these because all of my cactuses and all of my lithops sit in trays. So I never cared about these until now. So I might have to go buy one that matches. Or maybe not. So let's put him where he belongs. Right now he stays right there with all his friends. So, all right, next. So what I was going to do next is I was going to put the children back with their mother. I don't know if that's a great idea, but I don't want 2 extra plants to deal with. So yeah, I want to also see what Mama's doing back here in the 8-inch pot, and see if her roots are being wet at all, like we found in the black velvet yesterday. So I am going to get my mind sorted out here where I want to start, and I'll check back here in a few minutes. Okay, let's see here. This thing, my microphone transmitter is sliding down. All right. So I watered all 3 of these Thursday, thinking they needed it. And they may have, I don't know. So what I want to do first is take Mama out. This is an 8-inch pot, like I've said, and I want to see what it looks like down below. I really hate disturbing her, because she might be just happy where she's at, but I don't feel like that she is, and I'll tell you why. Look at this. Look at the soil if you can. I feel like it's wet, and her roots are showing wet. Yeah. So it's not near as bad as the black velvet was, but look at this. So she still has dirt on, because I didn't take it all off. And I know I should have my gloves on, but at this point, I want to feel the wetness. It's not bad. It's not too wet. This little hair is pretty wet. They aren't sopped. They aren't sopped. So that's good. The grit's not sopped, but it is very, very, very moist. Her roots are still nice and white. I don't know if you can see that. So, is 8-inch too big? Boy. No, because this is a 6-inch, and I feel like that is way too small. So I think the 8-inch is okay. I'm going to center her up, and I'm going to add more of this, like I did with the other one. I'm going to add more pumice to the mix. Well, there is no pumice to the mix right now. So I'm going to add pumice, and I'm going to add a little bit of that bark. Even though this is a terracotta, I only use terracotta. And I just think that I'm overwatering in fear of they're dry, because everything you read, it says, or at least what I've read is, it says if it's dry 2 inches down, water it. Well, okay, you water it, but then all of this is wet still at the bottom. And I just don't feel like that's the right direction for these plants. I don't know, guys. Now that I'm looking at the 6-inch, what do you think? I mean, it's not bad. I would have to definitely repot it. I would definitely have to repot this within a year. But maybe that's better than sitting in this big of a pot. Because, I mean, we're talking she's got at least 2 inches to go to the bottom, and she's got 2 inches to go out width. Versus fitting nice and snug here. Not too snug, by the way. Not too snug. Her roots will go to the bottom, which will help soak up all the extra water in the grit and mix. I'm going with this. I'm going with this. I think this is the right direction. She's not as big as my Alocasia Nairobi Night, and it sits in an 8-inch pot, and he's perfectly happy in there. I water that maybe every 10 days. It's perfect. So I'm going to go with this. Okay, I feel better. I feel better, everybody. Dogs are watching me. They went back in their room. I'm not giving them enough attention. This is Saturday morning chores. I've been up since 3. I've made thumbnails for my videos. I've made, my images, just so you know, if you're interested. All of the Leafy Conversation Girl images, I have AI draw for me, by the way. I do not draw those. And then I'm going to try to redo my images, my thumbnails, because I really, being new at this, I have no idea. I have no idea how things are supposed to be, but I do know one thing. I'm not interested in ever owning my own shop. I'm not going to have a shop. I'm just going to show you my plants, and you can watch me if you'd like, which I hope that you do. Or you don't have to, but the thumbnails I'm going to keep the way that I have them, because I've heard some pretty scary things about not so nice people out there doing things with people's images. So I like to keep as private as I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably keep my thumbnails with my little up top cartoon girl and my dogs that the AI generates for me. And yeah, it's kind of fun though. Now that I know I should actually maybe customize a thumbnail, I'm going to go back through and change them. So not sure why I told you that, other than that's kind of what this is all about, I guess, talking about all of it. All right, so I am also going to put him back with Mama, which, as you see here, he has nice roots, nice and dry. So I'll put him back in. He's still pretty weak, so I think he's a new leaf that, and as I told you yesterday, I ended up having to cut his little friend because I felt like he was running him down, which was sad. And same with this one. I had to cut the other leaf that it also had. The root system here is not very good. So he may not survive, but I hope he does. He only has one little root. Well, he has more than one, but it's not very big. So Mom and I are going out to lunch in a couple hours. So this is a fun thing to do for me in the morning before we head out for our lunch. I have a lot of little planty things I've been wanting to do, so this is perfect. So, funny note, a 5-inch pot just showed up. And what did I say? A 5-inch pot. But I'm not going to put him in a 5-inch pot. I'm going to save this for him. I'm going to keep him in this little 4.7-inch pot. I'm not going to disturb him. I promise. I'm not going to do it. We'll just use that 5-inch pot for him later if he needs it. I tell you what, it's amazing. I mean, if you guys, seriously, if you haven't started with your plants, but I'm sure if you're watching this, you have. I didn't start watching plant videos until I started owning plants, and all of mine came from cactuses. My cactuses were my first obsession, and then the lithops, and then the split rocks. I'm not a split rock obsessed person, but what I wanted was, I love lithops, are my favorite up there. But I started doing split rocks because I wanted to venture out and see if I could raise those as well. I need to check my blood sugar. I feel like it's dropping. Yeah. 70. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to go and get a sugar pill and I'll be back. Okay, so I ate 3 sugar pills. That should be enough. But if my phone goes off and scares you, you know that my blood sugar thingy, I have a CGM in my arm and it just goes off and makes an alarm. But it's just going to take it a few minutes to jump up. Okay, my brain's having a foggy moment. So I brought my mix in here, and I can't seem to make it dry, so I'm not going to use this. What frustrates me is I have all of this stuff that I can't use because it's too wet, and the winter time in the garage it's just keeping it too moist. So I'm thinking about dumping it because this is not that wet and I want to reuse it. All right, I'll deal with that later. I think I will dump it though. So I made some more, rinsed more pumice, so we can use it. I'm gonna go ahead and I think what I'll do is put all of this in here that I'm actually going to mix and keep, and just dump this other stuff. The problem here though, what I don't want to use the soil that was in this pot. I think I'm done using any soil whatsoever with these plants and just making it more of an aeroid type mix. A lot of this is really good stuff. Maybe okay to reuse. But I think for now, I'm going to just start fresh. Put all this together. I mean, you don't need new plants to have plant things to do. Obviously, as much as I'm doing this today, so I did buy a new plant though this morning. And I don't know if I'm going to have big regrets because I've never bought from Walmart before. And obviously it's not Walmart, but it's the nursery that they buy from. I have no clue if this plant is going to be what it's advertised. But then again, do we ever? No. This is a lot of pumice, so I don't think that's going to be good enough, so I am going to add some of this back in. I feel like that there's too much pumice. Now this isn't all going into my 6-inch pot. I'm just trying to mix up a mix that I can carry forward to the next repot. So I think what I'm going to do is put some of that orchid bark at the bottom. I know a lot of people do that with like Leica. I think that's what it's called. And we'll see if that helps at all. All right. I've got so much dirt on this mat. I don't have enough room for my plant. I'm going to clean this up and I'll be back. Okay, so I got all of that cleaned up and I dumped all of it into a trash. So now I don't have to think about it anymore. It's unfortunate that I can't reuse it, but I don't trust having wet, not soil, but medium, I guess, with planting these things. So, all right, let's hop to it. I got a lunch date with my mom in a little bit. I need to get ready for. So I'm just going to, like I say, pot her up in the 6-inch pot and with the babies, and we'll see how she does for the next couple weeks. Hopefully she likes it because she sure is pretty. I hate to lose her. And again, I don't know much about this perlite. I'm gonna do a little bit more reading on it. I may or may not want to keep it. It may, but I feel like that's what adds like the oxygen layer in here where I've been missing it, even though I use the Bonsai Jack Grit mix. I'm hurting myself because I'm adding that soil in with it. And it's just, I just think that it's too much. So I think that that put too much in there. Did I just, crap. I have the worst time. I lose those little mesh things all the time. And then, but they turn up somehow, which is kind of nice. All these little guys in here. I'm going to put it down pretty close. I'm going to put these guys in with Mama. I think I'm going to have them separate out this way, kind of like have two in front and two in back, like that. This one's pretty big, so I'm going to go ahead and plant him in there. I just don't know if this is, I just feel like this is too much pumice. So what I think I'll do, once I get these packaged in here a little bit, okay. Now I'm going to go get me some more of my Bonsai Jack. Little guy. I think I'll put him. Well, I tell you, it's sure not easy. Not easy at all doing this stuff. Dang it. I tell you what. I mean, half of my frustrations with myself. I just, you know, you try really hard and you just make some mistakes and then you get frustrated with yourself. But we do our best. I shouldn't be too critical about my mistakes. Okay. May have to tie the these, I call them the babies, up with their mom. They just, you can't put them underneath the soil or whatever you want to call this mix. They'll get too wet. I don't trust anything anymore. What I used to think that wouldn't get wet does get wet. If I just used the bonsai grit, I'd be absolutely thrilled. Because I trust it. I know that it works. But these plants need more moisture than my lithops. My lithops love this stuff. But tropical plants are a completely different animal than a desert plant like a lithop. And I'm brand new at it. That looks pretty good. I'm brand new at it, and so I learn as I go. Just like all of us. Okay, you get on it. You guys need to get strong like your mama. What I think I'll do here, go ahead and wrap them up just to help support each other like good families do. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. You guys can't really see the big mamas in your way. There. So this is kind of how it looks. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. So I think I'm thinking about adding that the black gravel on top, but I don't know if I should. None of my others do. This is the only one, and that's the only one. So I think I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, I think that's it. So What else do I want to do today? I don't have much more time. I'm going to meet my mom soon. But I do want to tell you guys something, which really kind of cracks me up. So, here. I feel better now. I feel like that this is going to be better suited for them, their roots. I was just been so worried about her being in this big pot. Yeah, so I want to talk to you about something here. So the Anthurium that I bought, right? I forgot the name. It's sitting in my brain right now. It starts with a P. And I can't remember it. Anyways, so about this plant. I love it. I do. Remember when I said that I never wanted one before, but then all of a sudden, you know, I saw the one gal's and that she got, and I wanted to get one. So, and then when I got him, and I was disappointed in the leaf, which I'm still disappointed in the leaf, but I'm enamored by it. And I don't know why, other than I just think that it's so unique. It's so beautiful. So I got a counterpart, a little friend this morning to go with him. And that one is, let's see if I can find it. I got, well, of course now I can't find it. Okay, here we go. They just gave me the picture. See all. So I got an Anthurium Waroquinum. Warocqueanum. And this is the one I got at Walmart. Now, if it actually looks this way, I will be floored. And if it looks this way, I will buy from them from now on. But we all know that the chances are slim. Plus, I don't even know, they didn't even offer winter shipping, so I don't know. But I had to tell you about it. I was so excited because I'm enamored by this leaf. I'm enamored by this plant. I think it's so neat looking. Every time I walk in this room, I enjoy this extra look. I enjoy all of my plants, and I love seeing, I just love seeing him, you know, sit here like this with his little leaf over. I just think he's so cool. So, yeah, Pallidiflorum. That's what this plant is right there, Pallidiflorum. Now, I might not be saying it right, but hey, Siri, how do you say Pallidiflorum?
Sure.
Yeah, you don't know. It's a plant. He's going to look up something altogether different. Well, anyways. I digress. So I think I am done. The sun is out. I'm going to move my plants over to the kitchen window and clean up and head to lunch. I hope that you enjoyed my planty chore this weekend. I may have more, but at this moment in time, I feel like that I've done what I can do at this point, and just see how things go from here. So thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the like button. I sure appreciate it. And have a wonderful, blessed day. See you next time. Bye.